Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Tier 10 Soviet SPG, the Object 261. It's located on the south spawn of Erlenberg and it's under the command of Beerwalla. Game on! Okay, well, he's waiting for the traffic jam to clear before he moves away. 18cm howitzer is the main armament, capable of doing 900 output, penetrating 45mm of armour, and it's got a burst radius of 10 meters. Now this Arty is actually based on the hull of the IS-7, and it's a little too deep to cross the river at that point, but I think he's going to stay on this side for the moment. Okay, he's looking for a target over by the castle. Always a good chance that the enemy will turn up there. Standard reload time is 30.68, but he's managed to get the reload time down to 25.42, so he's probably using a rammer. He's definitely using premium consumables, and he's probably got a good crew as well. Okay, enemy's been spotted. North end of the town. A T-49 dived behind that tower. Unfortunately, Beerwalla hasn't got a shot on him at the moment because he's covered by the buildings, but he probably hit that M48 pattern. Instead, I think he's going to try and get some of those tanks. I'm not so sure. I think the buildings will probably stop the shot because you see there's a red line extending from those buildings, and normally if there's an obstruction that causes the line to turn red and therefore you won't get the shot into that spot. Well, he's decided he's not going to stay in that position because he doesn't appear to be getting any clean shots on the enemy, so he's actually moving further east, which is kind of unusual actually. Most people trying to go west, but he's decided, no, I'm going to go east. I'm going to go off into the wood on the far side of the map. And from that spot it becomes more difficult to hit the guys in the town, and I think he's just, as he's driving east, he's actually looking through battle assistance to see at which angle does he get good shots on the enemy. As you can see, it is difficult to get shots in there. But he's not the only Arty over this side of the map. One of the other Artys is also over here. In fact, that one is the Batchat 155-58. Instead, what he's doing is he's looking around all the targets, see if he can actually get any shots in. He's getting a request to hit that mouse, but instead he's trying the ones behind it. Okay, he fires at 249. Oh my god, he wiped him out with one round. 251 hit points. Must have had a direct hit, or it must have landed right next door to him when he didn't have much in the way of hit points left, and he's out the game. So a good first shot, and I think I can see why he's come over to this side of the map. You can shoot down some of the corridors between those buildings, or some of the gaps between the buildings, and he's carrying a bit of a log along with him as well. That's Wargaming's graphics fail for you. Okay, he's aiming for the VK4502B, dialed in, rounds out, it goes long, explodes against the tower on the other side of the road. It's a fairly flat trajectory shell. Now, as this tank, this Arty is based on the hull of the IS-7, it has fairly good armour. 75mm at the front, 50 at the sides, 30 at the rear. So even if he does come across the enemy, oh, another near miss, but it was a splash hit on the VK. He managed to get 273 this time. Now it's a slightly smaller caliber than we normally expect from the Soviets, because they normally have between 152mm or a 203mm. So it was a bit of a departure for them to actually go to an 18cm gun instead. Slightly less power, but the thing is it does have a faster reload. As you've noted, it's 30 seconds instead of what would normally be around about 38-40 seconds for a 203mm. He's now trying to get a shot on that T-54E1. He fires this round in. I think he was actually changing his mind and thought that he would go for the VK instead, But the VK just got taken out by the Batchat 155-58 on his team anyway, so he's gone. I think he's noticed at the last second that the VK was a splash kill, and he would easily pick up another kill if he got him. But the Batchat 155-58 now has 2 kills to his name. Okay, there's a 257 there, but he's just behind the building. Still taking fire though. In fact, actually, he's taking fire from across the river because he's side-scraping on our guys there. Oh, T-54 takes that round. 253. Very close to the T-54 E1, but it stunned both of the enemy tanks. And loads of stun assists picked up there where the 257 got wiped out. The Patton just drove up, fired rounds into his side. Bad news for the 257. Pretty bad news for the T-54 E1 now. Rounds out, directly into his side. That's the second kill for Beerwalla. Yeah, that guy just turned side on, trying to get his front to face the M46, and in doing so, just gave him an easy shot right through the side of the vehicle. Nice little pen. Unfortunately, we just lost the M46 Patton because their enemy Arty, the FB3805, just got him. But now we've got a Doom Turtle going up the main street towards the enemy. In fact, there's only 6 left on our team, 5 on the enemy team. 3 Artys, a Strip 103B and an M48 Patton. This was a tier 10 game with tier 9 tanks in it. Okay, supposedly there's an M48 Patton, a tier 10 Patton, somewhere near their cap area, but we haven't seen him for a while. Ah, the M48 managed to get around the T95. He's now behind him. And Beerwalla trying to re-aim and get a shot on the M48. Fires around in. Gets a hit. 318. I think he tracked him. So I'm pretty sure that he burned his repair kit. But I think what Beerwalla's looking at is that Batchat 155-58 making for the corner of the map. Now, can he get a shot on this guy? Waiting for the reload to complete. It looks like he's trying to get away onto the island. But there's a T-13 nearby. Or is he trying to drown himself? Rounds out. Oh, it stunned the Batchat, but I'm not sure if he's going to drown or not. Because I'm not sure. He is in the water, but he's not deep enough to actually drown. So if Beerwalla can get another round in there. Oh, too late. T-30 finished him off. But now it's 5 tanks versus 4. Still 3 Arty on our team. They've lost 1 Arty.
Platoon created.
And both the Batchat 155-58 and Beerwalla have now platooned. Now you can platoon Arty dynamically in battle. You just can't platoon before the match and go in together as a platoon because Wargaming won't let you, which is rather unfair. Because after all, tanks can do that, so why not Arty? Well, the reasoning given in the past was that if 2 Arty went in and platooned together, then they would both focus on the same target, and it would be dreadfully unfair to that target to get constantly hit. Oh, poor Diddums. They couldn't cope with being hit by enemy Arty. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Unfortunately, our T-30 just got wiped out by the enemy Arty, the FB3805, and that means now it's 4 versus 3. Each side's got a tank destroyer. Our tank destroyer's up here, the Strip 103B is near Beerwalla. Okay, it looks like it's now down to Beerwalla to get closer to the enemy. The enemy's got a Strip 103B as well. They lost their M48, so... Of course, Beerwalla needs 1 more kill, so does his Batchat 155-58 platoon mate. If they get it, they'll get a Brothers in Arms. I have the feeling that Beerwalla is actually spotting for his team now. Oh, and this is interesting. The enemy Striv has been found, and he's actually coming straight towards our Striv. And that may be a bad move for him because all our Arty are going to focus on that Striv, as well as our Strip 103B. And that means that he's not going to be spotting for his team, whilst our Arty is going to be spotting for our team. I'm wondering if actually Beerwalla is going to go over to the other side of the map and shoot from there. I think he thinks that one of the enemy tanks is over here. One of the enemy arties, I should say, because they haven't got any tanks other than that strip. I think he thinks that the FB3805 is on this side of the map. And if he's not on this side of the map, he's trying to get into a position here where he can attack the enemy from a different angle. Well, there's the T-30 on our team who got wiped out. There's the enemy FB3805. He wasn't on this side of the river, he's on the other, but he's now going to be toast. Oh, and now Beerwalla changes his mind at the last minute, switches over to the Striv, who's attacking our Striv, rounds out, and he gets a hit. Unfortunately, we've lost our Striv 103B, but their Striv is now vulnerable. He's just fixed his track. They lost one of their Arty, they lost their FB3805. But there's only 2 tanks left, so both of those tanks need to be killed by either Beerwalla or his platoon mate if they're going to get a brothers in arms. We don't know where the T92 HMC is. We've never had a hint where he is at all. Normally that sort of information is shared by the teammates who were taken out by that T92. He does have a kill, so somebody must know where he was located, but just hasn't shared the information as yet. The Batchat 155-58 is right down in the south of the map at the moment, or is that... No, it's the 212A's decided to go behind the cap. So if the enemy tries to go to our cap and cap out, they're going to... Oh! Now he just got killed by the T92 HMC, which tends to make me believe that the Striv 103B is near the cap area and spotted our RT, our 212A, and then his teammate got him. The T92 took the shot and took him out, because of course the T92 wouldn't have known where the 212A is unless the Striv was spotting. Now the Batchat 155-58, which are the best DPM of all the arties in the game, all the tier 10 arties that is. He's moving to try and spot whoever's in the cap, which is putting him at risk because it might be the Striv. Beerwalla's focusing on the cap area. Somebody didn't knock the camp down. It's the first thing you do in any battle. Knock that camp down. Make sure they can't use it for cover. And somebody just fired at the Batchat. There's the Striv. He's in the cap. Rounds out. And that's a kill. And that means Beerwalla's now got 3 kills, so they just need to find the T92 HMC, and I think the T92's up this end of the map. And why do I say that? Well, I did hear an explosion, and there he is. Yes, he is actually nearby. That was the explosion, and I think now that Beerwalla is highlighting the T92 HMC for his platoon mate to get the kill. Beerwalla's going in close. Oh, he gets a big hit on the T92, but now, yes, that's the winning shot. And that means they've both got 3 kills. They've both earned a brothers in arms in this game. And here's the end of battle stats for Beerwalla in the Object 261. He managed to get a second class tanker in that game. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 10. And of course he got that brothers in arms for being in platoon with somebody else who managed to get at least 3 kills, and so did he. And if we look at the team score, we can see that, where is he? Oh, well, he's actually in second place on his team, but I'm afraid he's a little further down the table when it comes to overall damage. In fact, actually, he's in the 5th place because the highest damage in the game went to the Strip 103B that he killed, who was sitting in the cap at the time, 6,442 hit points of damage to him. The next high scorer being the M46 Patton on his own team with 3,446. And after that, it was the T54E1 on the enemy team with 3,171. Beerwalla managed to get 2,707 hit points, and his platoon mate in the Bat Chat 155.58 managed to get 1,801 hit points. When it came to kills though, it was shared because Beerwalla and the Bat Chat managed to get 3 kills each, and so did the T54E1 on the enemy team. They all got 3, and then the rest only had 2 kills or 1 kill each. And when it came to base XP, it was the M46 Patton who did the best. Even though he was killed, he managed to get 1,027 base, whereas Beerwalla managed 875, and the third highest player was the 212A who got wiped out, 861 to him, and his platoon mate managed 766. Beerwalla fired 13 rounds, got 5 direct hits, no penetrations but 15 splash. Damage of 2,707 hit points, of which 2,310 were at more than 300 meters. He did spot 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 3. Of course, the vehicle he spotted was the T92 HMC. He also got 383 hit points of spotting assist, plus 1,021 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. And he managed to get 32 defense points by resetting the cap whilst the Strip was in it by taking him out. 33,579 credits for the battle on a premium account, 10,074 for battle payments, and 20,651 for holiday ops, I think, or personal missions payout it says there. 81,094 credits altogether, and after ammunition resupply took away 50,134 credits profit. He got 875 XP from the game, 7,878 from holiday ops, and took away 9,191 experience points altogether. So a very good game, he says, for what Arty Nibs. Yes, he knows, he sent it in to us, and because it's an Arty replay, on other channels they just wouldn't get done. On our channel they do get done because we like Arty replays. And so congratulations to Beerwalla on another Brothers in Arms, and if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm.
You can do it, feed me, see more.
And thank you for watching.